So we're back to Ain't Jaded Yet, and today we're gonna cover Dogs in a Pile from 928 in Lafayette, and then we're gonna cover 929 with Dogs in a Pile and String Cheese Incident ×2, and then Dogs in a Pile, Silent Disco again, and then we're gonna cover on 10/3, October 3rd through the 6th. We had Folkfaces Fest, Just kidding, we're not jaded yet. That tone was a joke. Hey! Whoa, the zingers are flying early and often today on this episode. Here we go. Yeah, we have some catching up to do. Biggest gap in show history, People start to wonder after a couple weeks off, is JP jaded now? I'm here to answer that for all you motherfuckers out there who've been inundating me with fucking messages like, dude, it's been 2 weeks. Probs jaded, dude. Probs. Well, not. Still love going to see the live music and shit, dude. What can I say? That's how I roll. Anyway, plenty to cover. I'm going to try to do it in a more condensed format. I look back on the 13 episodes prior to this one, and I says to myself, dude, a 48-minute episode about Mondegreen. Nobody's tuning in for that much time, dude. You want fucking 5-second clips. But I digress because the whole point is fuck formats, dude. So in the background here, we got Little Dogs in a Pile. Shit. We're in the middle of a Bent Strange jam. One of my current favorite tunes by them. This is from the second night in Wonderland Forest, Lafayette, New York, right on the street. And they opened up for String Cheese, which is like kind of huge. String Cheese is regarded in the jam scene top tier, top notch, the kings of the scene. If you're gonna have to be judgmental about things, but they've just been doing it for a long fucking time, and they got all of it. Most unique instrument arrangements, play everything from EDM to folk, bluegrass, you name it. So this Bent Strange jam went from weird to bluesy. Pretty fucking cool. Anyway, people are seeing Dogs in a Pile right here for the first time ever. And if you didn't know, now you fucking know. It's not a dead cover band. That is a dead lyric from the song He's Gone. Nothing left to do but smile, 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 bitches. That's what we did this evening. So, before I go too much further, this is the second night of Dogs in a Pile in Wonderland Forest. Earlier in this week, we had my birthday show, My Morning Jacket. I gotta talk over them. Dogs are barking. Anyway, so we have Dogs in a Pile on 928. 2 sets. They play from about 7 p.m. until close to 11. So you're getting like a set break in there, quick encore break, but a lot of dogs on Friday night. And I'm going to go through the set list quickly because I got plenty of set lists to go through. I got 4 for them. So, all right. Friday, we have Westward, Didn't You Know, Will It Go Round in Circles, which I did not recognize, which is a Billy Preston cover. I love when there's a song and you just don't know. Chocolate Milk, Little Things, Bring It On Up, Thomas Duncan Part Trey, the third part of the, I believe 3 songs. Is there a part 4? Maybe not yet, I don't know. And then we have Rabbit. And then in the middle of the first set that night, there were some talks about Wonderland, how they love playing there. This is the second time coming there. They had played a couple times back about a year ago for Tumbledown that was there. And they go into White Rabbit, Jefferson Airplane, Wonderland Forest, Alice in Wonderland references. The boys, the dogs, get to it, dude. Come on now. Alright, set 2. We're gonna roll through. Back to the start. Boogie on Reggae Woman. Which is like a spiritual Fish cover. If we're gonna be that way about things. They fucking crush it every time. Boogie On, baby. It's a Stevie Wonder cover. Let's be serious. Let's be serial about things, you know. Crush it. Right into fucking Santana cover. Lord knows you've got to change, baby. Some evil ways about. October is here. Halloween. Watch out for them evil ways, baby. And then we go into Porque Pedro, and you know, Jeremy breaks out the fucking trumpet. Fucking sick. If you haven't seen Porque Pedro live, you gotta see some more Dogs in the Pile so you can get that on your fucking list. Which I realize they have go-set.net. You know, we have fish.net. I believe it is called lgoose.net, maybe. I forgot what theirs is, but for all the stat nerds like myself out there, I need to get on the Dogs in the Pile one. Try to recall the shows that I've been to, but it's kind of tough because I've seen them a bunch in the last few years. I was at that point in time. Porque Pedro, Let You Go, Lazy Day, Jack and Coke, Fever, which is The Cramps cover, which I believe is Fever. Stranger, which is one of their original songs, which sounds like an 80s tune with plenty of fun synth. Power Trip, and NIB, which is a Black Sabbath cover to end out that second set. They weren't done though. It's not the first time we've heard some Ozzy lately nowadays, boys and girls. I hate to interject, but let's just quick up this. Say something, Mr. Tooker, encore. Friday Killed. If you haven't seen Dogs, just them, no opener, not them opening, not a part of the Fro Trio tour with Pigeons and Frasco, see just them, because they'll play for like 3+ hours, no question, and they're fucking great. Moving on to the second night, because this is what's going on right behind me, is a Minnie the Moocher cover, Cab Calloway. It's a rare jam scene cover. This song isn't gonna overpower my voice. Oh, turn it up a smidge. Hold it. Alright. Then we have Ugly Song. Yeah. You didn't hear it from me. Notice I'm not elaborating. This was a lot. And it was a little while ago. I didn't cover that weekend because it was my birthday weekend. I just didn't feel like doing work. So I didn't pay like super close attention to each song. And let me tell you, it was fun. We're having a great time. And just as I explained to someone, you know, they're named Dogs in the Pile from the lyric, blah, blah, blah. But they do great Dead covers. So in the first set, we have Let It Grow. Awesome. And then right into the first Dog song that, like, I adhered to, Look Johnny. Fucking slay that one live. It's great. And into Trunk Room. Catchy, fun, jam, awesome. Fucking first set. Getting people riled up for some motherfucking string cheese. That was not all the dogs that you got for the evening, but what you got was a cheese dogs, which was like a dog cheese sandwich, meaning like if you were to make a sandwich that was actually like the physical form of what this night was, it would have been a hot dog like cut in half, then like 2 string cheeses, so you could like take 2 string cheeses and then like sandwich the hot dogs into 2 string cheeses because it was dog, cheese, dog. Super technical way of describing the evening. Probably never happen again. I mean, when do you ever see dogs, cheese dogs? You don't. So, anyway, tuning back in. Let's get to the fucking cheese. Which, unfortunately, means we're going to have to take a commercial break real quick. This is my sister's mug company. If you ever noticed this dynamite mug that she made me, it's encrusted with a crystal. You can request and be like, yo, amethyst is my favorite gem. Can you put it up in there? I bet you could. Just saying. Anyway, Gianna G Pottery. That's Gianna G Pottery. Instagram, etc. Etsy, those places. Whoa! Alright. What we're going to do now is we're going to put on a little string cheese to get in the cheese vibes, We're getting cheesy. So I get there and I've got a whole roll of these, the most generic cheese stickers you can get on Amazon. Sticking them on everyone. Cheese. But, before I know it, I've got fucking some other cheese in return. I got a couple of cheeses in return. Some very nice cheese gifts at the cheese event. Someone gave me this fucking cheese, bro. I was about to get up from tying my shoe, and I'm like, no, dude, I already got you. Oh, that's your cheese is different from my cheese. My cheese is the cheapest sticker ever. And then I got this sweet little keychain, this little cheese. Little cheese. The cheese stands alone, all that stuff. Cheesy. Things are getting super cheesy. My last cheese show was at Peach a few years ago. But, every time I go see them, I recall the times I have seen them, which is, kind of a low number, actually. I think it might be, 6. A few times at Lock-In, Peach, some other festivals here and there. I did see them at Northlands last year. First show that I can remember would be... probably wasn't the first time I saw them, but it was Omegang in the Rain, probably, 2013, 2014, with fucking Twiddle in the Rain. They fucking slayed it. Let me tell you. That was when I fell in love with that band. It's the only second time they come to Syracuse. They played at the F Shed. That was probably 2015, 14, somewhere in there. Let's get to it. String Cheese Incident. Yeah, I don't know what song to put down. It's Grateful Dead medley? No. You know what? I'm just going to buy my favorite thing they do. It's a cover, but String Cheese Incident. Naive Melody. God damn it. This is what happens. We gotta... What is happening? Production? Edit that out. That last whole 3 minutes of me sucking at... Ugh! God damn it. I hate when this happens. You know what I mean? Ugh. Yeah, no. Tell Debbie I said... No, the microphones are ordered. Next week. Well, this is getting edited out, so I may as well just really, you know what I mean? It's say whatever the fuck I want. Perfect. Sneak and Sally through the alley. I can get into that. That's, it's a cover too. Just want to get some cheese going in the background for this. Alright. So, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know every fucking dog song. I know a lot of them. Or that I know every cheese song. I know a small number. Very small. I know Beautiful. I can recognize some when I hear them. But, so I'm going to whip through. One thing that's cool is there's a number of jams in here that they just called things on the spot. Song in My Head. Little Hands. And then Wonderland Forest Jam. It's cool. That's where we are. They're jamming. They did jam a lot. And I couldn't name a lot. It's Manga. Is that a type of cartoon? This does actually give you a good cheese vibe. So we're going to go... God darn it. This is the part of production that I should have had lined up. I should have had a tune. Ready to fucking go. All right, let's talk about what's coming up soon while we're trying to find a good cheese song here. One thing I can tell you is that in a few weeks we got Fish in Albany for 3 nights. I will be there and I'll be reviewing the fuck out of that shit, along with all the jaded Fish fans in the world that encouraged me to become this channel. Thank you. Thank you for your jadedness. Don't change! My niche is being carved out as we speak. Anyway, didn't even find it. There's a song that they play, River Trance. Okay, there's a song that they play this evening that I see them also. So cool. Alright. So yeah, like I said, jams, manga, 100-Year Flood, Carnival Jam, which sounded like a kooky circus song, you know. Illegal, The Way That It Goes, which is a Kyle song. Kyle, the keyboard player, that guy's energy, love that dude. Everyone in that band. I mean, we have Slaying Guitar Santa. We have, you know, confirmed that he can play every fucking instrument, pretty much. Fiddling and guitaring. Everything going on at a string cheese show is just wondrous and beautiful if you haven't seen these guys. We have Just One Story and Rosie, which I recognize as one of their bigger songs to end set 1. You know, 10-song first set. It's a lot for a jam band nowadays. But you throw in that two of these that were listed were just called jams. They were probably extensions of those 2 songs. So really more like 8 songs in the first set here. Set 2, you know, opens with Beautiful. One of their most beautiful songs, you know. I love when a string band builds into an EDM drop. Where else do you see that at, dude? I have to turn it down, but, you know, let's get it up a smidge. All right. Beautiful, and then we have Close Your Eyes. And then this song playing in the background is called River Trance. And we have Talking About Tonight. It's basically this river dance with EDM to it. It's fucking sick, though. Talking About Tonight, Outside and Inside, and then we have Lafayette Jam, which is the third just jam listed of the set list here. Roll Over, Upstate Jam. It's like, how many more terms do we have for where we are? Wonderland, Lafayette, Upstate, Carnival. I mean, we're at a carnival, you know. And then they end the night with Restless Wind. And very cool, you know, they have an 11 o'clock curfew there for sound, and they just played right until then. They didn't leave the stage for the encore. They just played all the way through. People wanted an encore after that, but, you know, maybe we'll figure out this thing. You know, they got to be able to at least play music till midnight there. Come on. Anyway, that might have sounded jaded, but what I'm about to talk about next is what came from that, which was very unique. I'm not going to say that I loved it, but a silent disco for a live jam band. Something that I had just experienced the week prior a little bit at LogCon, which was cool with the 4-piece. You know, they were doing experimental stuff. It was super low-key and a low-key vibe, but this was a full-ass dog set that we were about to get into with the earmuffs on due to that noise ordinance at Wonderland Forest. So, switching set lists. We're not going to switch off of String Cheese, though. We're going to have that rip in the background. Saturday, September 28th. All right. Yep, we talked about their first set. So then we have, like I said earlier, they do great versions of Grateful Dead songs. Feel Like a Stranger after String Cheese. What a cool song to open with. And then we have Frolic, or it is also known as the theme from Curb Your Enthusiasm, which was fucking sick, dude. Like, my ears didn't believe it. Like, it was so fun. Especially Sonic Disco. I'm on the rail. I'm like, dude. Jam it out next time a little more. I want to hear that fucking Curb 20-minute version, dude. Oh, shit. And then one of my favorite songs comes up next, Samba for Sam. Fucking Sam on bass. Samba for Sam. Appleseed, one of their most adored tracks, comes up next. You know, we got The Bag, Applesauce, Hesitate, EDM Song, Tilly, Thomas fucking Part 2. This is like a killer Dogs set. Earmuffs on. Nobody's really hearing it the same. You know, we're all hearing the same thing, which is different because we're not spread out throughout the crowd at different places where speakers are lined up different and there's no one talking in our ears, which is a chomper fucking antidote is silent disco. There's one thing that's a great benefit. You can still hear some people talking over the fucking tape because they were loud. They would try to talk over them. You know. Anyway. Very unique, a lot of fun. And, you know, I still have 4 days of Folkfaces to cover here. So let's just get to that. Let's get to some of that. So, like I said, we're not going to even try to do set lists here. They had a chicken or the egg theme, the infinite riddle, you know. So a lot of bands would do egg or chicken songs, themes that included either or. Let's get comfy. That's chill. We're chill. So. It's a low-key fest, talking small AF, and which is great. The authenticity here at this festival at Folkfaces was phenomenal. Get there on Thursday, October 3rd. We have a lineup of music at one of the stages for this evening. I missed the opener in the second. Groups from 6 to 8:30. Caught the end of Sally Schaefer and Tyler Bagwell, but I will not pretend that... No, I do remember part of that. Yeah, that was the Irish dude singing the chanties. Great job. Those guys killed. Steam Donkeys. Honky Tonk? Okay. We're remembering things. A lot of fun there. St. Vith. STVITH. They played from 10:30 to 11:15 on Thursday. They were a blast. They covered 2001 by... Anyway, they covered Funky Bitch. Then we had the Mustard Tigers, which were also a lot of fun. Like some psychedelic country, if I remember right, from 11:30, and then Plant Water at 1 a.m. Kind of lost track of anything specific from those last few. It was really cold at night there, so a lot of it was just hanging out by the fire in the later hours of the evening. Some great jam sessions did occur. Let's get to Friday. I'm just going to point out some things that were of note, because there were a lot of acts. I did catch the Bandit Queen of Sorrows, which was very cool, part of that. I do remember some Corey Grinder and the Playboy Scouts. That was cool. Oh, Lightning Luke. Very interesting character. This guy was telling stories. He had a very eclectic musical taste and ability. And he was nothing but entertaining every time he was on the stage. And the Plate Scrapers on Friday really killed it to end on that stage at the Gage stage. Also, we had at the Greystone stage earlier that evening, we had Detrani Brothers. Prior to them, we had Folkfaces and friends sub in for Flying Object, who got sick with COVID. Sorry about that, fellers. Hope you're doing better. I can't say I can really recall much else from Friday. This was such a chill fest. You kind of wander around and go from stage to stage. And just catch how much long of anything you wanted and then go do something else. And everyone was so friendly, so low-key. I love that at festival. So Saturday comes along, which was the biggest amount of music and some of the biggest names of the weekend. Let's go to the Gage stage. Isto was telling funny story time songs, like adult kid songs almost. Very fun. Dwight Hawkins, don't recall that. Lightning Luke came back on stage at the main stage for an hour at 5:30. Then Folkfaces at 7:30 is where things really started to get killing on fucking Saturday. Costume contest, chickens and eggs galore. Then Hypnotic Clam Bake was after them. There was more in between. We're going to go back to the other stage here. They were fantastic. I mean, there was like 10 people playing instruments, all kinds. Fantastic. To round things out, on Saturday was the Crybabies from 1 a.m., which they didn't really start till like 1:30, and they played till like close to 3. Anyway, in between there, we had things like Annie and the Fur Trappers over at the Greystone stage. We had the Steel City Jug Slammers. We had Joe's Truck Stop. A lot of these guys were playing with Folkfaces and other bands all throughout the weekend. A standout thing from the Greystone stage that night was definitely Considered Source. They played for about an hour and a half from 9:50 to about 11:20 and covered their entire new album. Huge fan of them. Parts of it feel like metal. Parts of it feel like ambient sleepy time music. It's fucking awesome. If you haven't seen them, they're one of a kind 3-piece instrumental act. Highly recommend Consider Source. This was a folk festival. A lot of the things that were there, most of them were folk or adjacent or bluegrass, or country. They don't fit in any genres, so it's like, all right, just slap them in there. Cool with that, because the next thing I saw after that was Well Worn Boot, which is kind of the same thing. They're like circus act, so they were in the circus tent. A lot of fucking awesome costumes. There's a guy in a full vulture costume the whole time, just moving. Some very eerie shit. There was like a 2-year-old in there on their mom's shoulders looking at all the costumes and started fucking crying, dude. I was like, dude, this isn't the Muppets. Get that child out of here. This is terrifying if you're 3 or under. Seriously. Like, no. Shit's at midnight, not noon. You know what I mean? Anyway, they're fun. They're a lot of energy. Sunday, there was some music. I did catch parts of it. I did catch Cami and Aharo. And that was really it. I did leave before Folkfaces on Sunday, which I'm sure they put on a great show, but it was about to storm, and I was freezing and cold and tired. Sorry, my old bones caught up with me. And so I came back and slept in my bed. And I've been resting, and until now, I didn't really have the chutzpah, the energy, the zest to throw out a Ain't Jaded Yet. But I had to remind y'all, in case you forgot. Motherfucker ain't jaded, dude. Ain't gonna be anytime soon. I also have told some people about the channel, and I'm gonna post it, and I want to be able to go like, subscribe, share with your friends and all that stuff. Okay? Alright? Or don't, or do, please do, but I didn't say not to, or do it, did I? Just add that to your list of possibility of things to subscribe to on YouTube. People don't subscribe to shit on YouTube. That's what I learned. Is you want people to be that are in your friend group. They're in your Facebook friends. They're in your Instagram friends. But YouTube, considering it's become the #1 way to ingest media, what a fucking real tangent! He's talking about real sauce. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, all that stuff. This is the episode that never ends. Yes, I just keep rambling on and on, my friends. Sometimes you started rambling and then you just kind of go. And you do not know if you will ever stop. But then I hit the bong and then I say, good day to you. Don't be blue. Just be you.